Welcome. 32nd or 33rd year, 30 weeks. Oh, sorry. Okay. It's all set up. Here's another Eagles week. Eagles winning.
Another awesome week, and welcome to the BirdsByaYard.
All right, let's just jump right into a recap. Eagles versus Rams, Sunday Night Football.
Great game. Great game.
What a fucking game.
Oh my God. It was. I tell you what. We gotta give the Eagles credit, man. They came alive after that shaky start. They're doing great. They finally kicked in here. Hurts was 15 for 22, 179 yards, 1 TD. Barkley, unbelievable record-breaking.
Record-breaking game.
Destroyed franchise record.
Destroyed Shady's record.
Yeah. So he was 26 for 255 yards, two TDs. Okay. Hurts had 12 rushes for 39 yards, no TDs. Okay. AJ Brown had 6 receptions for 109 yards. He had 1 TD. Devontae Smith was out with a hamstring injury. Barkley had 4 receptions for 47 yards. And Goddard had 4 receptions for 19 yards. 0 TDs. What's your take on that offense?
I want to take a minute to just say, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and
Hope everyone got home
safely and got their party on and enjoyed your football. If your parlays hit, congrats. If not, then try again. Because Lord knows my parlay got screwed.
Yeah, well, that was the busiest travel night of the year. Okay, with that, and and we hope everyone got home safe and all that. So happy Thanksgiving belated, and
happy Black Friday.
Yeah, getting back. But yeah, it's even worse today. You go shopper. Any shopping that you went here, you weren't getting in. Anyway, let's get back. The defense had 4 forced fumbles. Okay. The defense pretty much contained Stafford. He had there was a few sacks he had. He had like 3 sacks.
And then, fortunately, at the end of the game, we lost Brandon Graham for the 2024 season. I hope it's not for the rest of his career, but if so, Brandon, thank you for all the memories. You'll always be an Eagle, but I know you didn't want to go out like this.
Well, Barkley, he's a presence. He was like Dawkins, but he's such a presence. And he said
like Dawkins, but with a filter.
Well, no. Dawkins always. He never cursed. Never once did he curse on the field. Never once did he do that. But anyway, getting back, Brandon Graham said it would be on the sidelines helping out, giving them guys pointers of what they should do. That's going to hurt the defense though a little bit because now Vic Fangio did say he was going to rotate in. Not one guy's going to replace Brandon Graham.
Right.
Okay, they did sign a guy, Charles Harris from Carolina. I believe he's familiar with Vic Fangio's style of defense, so that's probably why they signed him. And another guy they signed too. I don't know who that was.
This beer is cold, man. Oh my God.
What are you complaining about?
I'm not.
You are complaining. All I hear is bitching. That's all I hear. Bitching. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the defensive backs on point. Rams moved the ball a little bit, but for the most part, they kept them out of the end zone. Okay? And yeah, that's too loud.
When the smoke clears,
A little loud.
we're
Just
still
go
standing.
There you go, good, perfect. Anyway, so, but they had, the defensive backs, they were on them. Cooper DeJean was on Puka Nacua. Excuse me. Anyway, he was on him. Cooper Kupp was held in check. The defense pressured Stafford. They stopped the run. They were in there hard. It's amazing. What amazes me is, okay, you have Barkley, and chime in on this when you want to here. Okay, the demise of the Eagles. The demise of the Eagles' season last year was a record-breaking debacle. Okay, we all know that. No one's proud of that, but the Eagles fans are going to stick with it, and they shouldn't. They got destroyed. They got destroyed in the playoffs.
Hi, come.
They got destroyed in the playoffs. So and they started off shaky like they ended last year, which was a scary thing. Then the third week, Barkley they finally let Barkley loose. They finally let him loose, and he started running.
I'm back. I know everyone missed me.
They started running. He started running loose. He started really showing his show. They started using how they should have used him. Okay. So the second half, he has more yards he has more yards in the second half, I think, than any player this year. His receiving yards in the one game had more of his rushing yards have more receiving yards than the Giants do combined. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Pretty sad. That's pretty sad.
Also, not important, but the Giants were the first NFL team to be eliminated from the playoffs.
So, yeah. Anyway, so getting back. Now, you have Barkley here. The past two games, 500 yards of rushing from the line of scrimmage, second only to Walter Payton, by the way. Okay.
And that's 302 yards in a single NFL game.
That was 47 yards receiving and 255 yards rushing. We all know that.
Whoever bet for over 150 yards, you hit.
Big time, man. Big time.
I hit. Jalen didn't.
Yeah. Anyway, so, but you got to think. Eagles had you got to go on the idea here where you wonder. Barkley finally got what he wanted, and he was let loose. He's free to run and do what he wants.
He's free to do whatever
He's free to run how he wants to run. Okay, it's obvious that he was pretty much not real happy with New York with what was going on with the performance, but it also had to do with the offensive line. Now you throw in the top 5 offensive line in the league, and he's running behind that. Now he's running behind that. So how can you I don't care if you're an Eagle fan or not. You can't deny that you can't let loose. Okay, he's doing what Chris McCaffrey wants to do this year, but
he's doing what the Giants always wanted him to do,
but never paid him to do.
Well, no, he got paid 2 years ago.
The first year
got paid 2 years ago, and then they let him go.
2 years in a row he was on franchise tag. But the first year he had the most rushing yards. After that he had less. Okay, not saying,
but they still suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. But anyway, but now you have Eagles, number one offense in rushing, I believe, and the number one offense in receiving, and number one defense against the run. And they're holding teams to 23 yards or 23 points a game. So, I mean, obviously, the Rams scored more than that. Whatever, they scored more than 19 points, which was what they held every team to before that. But it's all good. You know what I mean? I really believe this team is like something. Okay.
No, this team's more than something. They got something special going.
They got really
here.
something special.
And I'm not gonna say anything, but it's looking good. That's all I'll say. I can't say nothing else, or I feel like we're gonna.
In the past,
they look great, and honestly, I'd go further and say they look even hotter than they did in 2017.
Yes, they do.
They look great.
Now they were great. They were great.
Come on, stop.
They were great. Before that. In 2017 they were good, but this year they are. They're stopping everything. Like they have a mix of veteran players to lead the team, which Brandon Graham will be on the sideline to help them. Okay, and then you got young players like Jalen Carter. Oh my God, Jalen Carter's he's being double teamed.
They look like
Jalen Carter being double teamed. He's still getting through.
They're making this team like in 2017. Now, hats off to Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. My heart they'll always have a special place in my heart in Philly, but they're making that team look like nothing at this point.
I'm telling you. Jalen Hurts is actually smiling.
You'd even go further to say Saquon looks better than Blunt.
Yeah, I go with that. No, you can't take away from Blunt though.
But if things are going to go exact, there's going to be one more game that they lose. But that'll be it. I don't think it'll be this stretch of games. I think it's going to be the last 3 weeks of the season because
you'll know where they stand at this point because
and it's weird because versus Carolina, I can really see them having a struggle with that game.
But no. Okay, let's back up here. Okay, you can't say that. You really can't say that because the Carolina Panthers almost beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, but that almost ain't beat.
But they lost. The Chiefs won by field goal, so that's close. If the Chiefs are as good as like the Chiefs fans say they are, okay, I'm not taking away from the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, granted, I don't want to say it, but the Chiefs are the first team that entered the playoffs. You be wonderful.
Whatever. But that means right now, congratulations. But you know what? But still, okay, they had a lot of close calls. Like when they played Baltimore. They played Baltimore beginning of the season on Monday night. That one catch, the guy had a half a toe out of bounds, and he would have won. They would have beat the Chiefs.
This team is on fire. Like, I know I sound like a broken record, but this season is like it's a gift at this point because you haven't seen that much life in this team. I'd say there was a lot of life in the 2022 Eagles, but it's just the way the whole Super Bowl ended with James goddamn mother being Bradbury, who's still on this team somehow. It's mind-boggling how well they're doing. And it makes you think, will it be a rematch of Super Bowl from 2022? I have a strong feeling that we'll see it again. It's early. I know it's early. But
listen. I'm going to say that. I got to say this.
I'll stop.
I got to say this.
I got to relax.
I got to say this here because in the past you're kind of like people would say I'd like to see the Eagles in there. I think the Eagles should get in there. This year, I'm telling you right there, they are as they're playing right now. They're playing right now. Okay, we have to see how they adjust without Brandon Graham. Give it that. Okay,
that's gonna be a really hard one to. That's going to be a hard one to fill.
That is the only one to fill. But anyway, getting back. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. Lions, Eagles, NFC Championship. Regardless.
Definitely.
Regardless
Regardless
if it's in Detroit or Philadelphia, that's going to be NFC Championship right there. And they have, and you know what? And I got to say, where Jared Goff has more experience than Jalen Hurts, he's a statue. And you get a team that blitzes like crazy.
The problem is, Eagles have played Jared Goff so much, it's kind of ridiculous.
And they know him.
Jared knows the Eagles just as well as the Eagles know Jared. Because, for God's sake, they played each other every year he was in the
I'll give you that, but he has not played 15 years defense. There's a difference. That's a difference.
No, he hasn't. But
that's a difference there. I'm telling you, I have utmost confidence in this. Like in the past, you kind of say, okay, I think the Eagles will be in there. You know, now I'm telling you, Eagles are going to the NFC Championship, and they're going. That's the NFC Championship this year. You're going to see Eagles. Minnesota's good. I just don't think. I think that Sam Darnold's going to have that issue there. I don't know.
I would love to see just
what I want to see. What I really want to see is Eagles Tampa Bay. I want to see Eagles steamroll Tampa Bay. Because
what, in the NFC Championship?
No, in the quarterfinal round or semifinal round.
I don't even think Tampa Bay is a qualifier.
They're in there. They're getting in there.
They might be in the hunt, but that team is so bad. That team just has a whole lot going on about them that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, but listen. You can say what they want, but they smoked the Eagles.
No.
I'm not proud of that.
It's a game you don't speak of. God damn it! I thought you knew this shit. Come on now.
Hey.
But no, it's this team. It truly is on fire. I mean, there's not much else you could say about it other than this team looks immaculate at this point. And right now, what's gonna stop them? I know you got some people that are just gonna say. You got some people that are gonna say, "Oh, how do you think the defense is gonna hold up against Derrick Henry?" Honestly, I think they shut him down, but I do think he'll get some yards. Because they are missing their key defense, and that's Brandon Graham. That's the first game without Brandon Graham.
What losses do we have? What losses do the Ravens have on their defense? Can you find that out? Find that out real quick.
I don't know.
But anyway, as far as Derrick Henry's concerned, okay, Eagles, the past few meetings against the Tennessee Titans, he has been held, and he has been pretty much held in check. Okay, the Eagles defense has stopped them. Now, I'm hoping to God they can adjust quickly because what a game for Brandon Graham not to be playing in.
The last game they posted with them sacking wins.
And
that was a far one.
I don't see that one. But anyway, so yeah, but getting back.
But I will say this one little, the one thing about the Ravens, I will say, good luck on Sunday, Devin Leary, for going against your hometown team. I know it's your second time going against them so far this year. As
one didn't count, one did.
Yeah. So I just want to say good luck, have fun. If you play, great. If you don't, damn, but you're still getting paid.
But anyway, but now you also have a shootout. This is where I think Eagles have the advantage because they got Quentin Mitchell and Cooper DeJean keying on them receivers. I'm telling you, that's good. But they are missing Darius Slay, and that's why they had Isaiah Rodgers in there the other night. Oh, good Lord.
They got Charlie Harris that was signed. He's a defensive end out of Carolina. And, earlier this week he did say, I'll bring it up in a clip so everyone can hear what he said. I'm pretty sure in an interview or on 94. Either way, it was said. Let's see. What's going on? What's today?
Today's the 28th. But can't find it.
I bet you're right.
Anyway, but yeah, so you got to key matchup in quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson is just like Jalen Hurts
in every aspect.
Just like Jalen Hurts, because that's where they have to watch him running. They have to pin him inside because if he's inside, he can't run from inside. He runs from the outside. That's what you got to do there. Okay, but now you have the advantage of the Eagles defensive backs who are unbelievable. And they're holding the receivers down big time, And you got what they say. They're running back to Derrick Henry versus Saquon Barkley. Who I don't know who they have receiving as far as Baltimore is concerned. I can't think if they have one there.
So here's what BG had to say on 94 WIP. I'm pretty sure it's sometime earlier this week, but the guy was choked up, and he's got a lot of heart, man.
Man, I'm sorry.
Take a moment.
Cool.
Take a moment, Brandon.
This was in the morning show with John Ritchie.
With Joe Giglio and Joe Cameron
but
and John Ritchie.
Boy, I just love what we've been building, and I just don't want to. I know I ain't letting nobody down as far as
at all
getting hurt and stuff because I'm
no way
bring that energy.
Brandon, let me jump in for 1 second. You're not letting anybody down. You're not letting the city down. Your teammates.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not letting it cross your mind. I got you. Because I promise you, I'm just more hurt of just on how we've been coming every week, trying to defy, the odds and being with it, but being with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be with them. I'm still with
pretty
them,
much what he had to say, but it was.
That was hard. That was hard to watch. Wrong way.
You just gotta be. I don't know, man. It's
that guy. I mean, anyone on any football player, any football fan will know that guy has heart. He gives it all. I mean, granted, the teams the guys that aren't fans of the Eagles aren't going to care, but he
bleeds green.
Big time.
Can you imagine what would have happened? Let's say Eagles. Let's say they never drafted Brandon Graham. Let's say he went somewhere else. Whoever was number 2 in the 2010 draft. Whoever was number 2 in the 2010 draft. I'm telling you right now.
He would be haunting us.
Do you think we would have won the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Because
he had that strip.
Yep.
That solidified it.
The strip.
It's
like that.
It's a lot. It's just you gotta give him credit where credit's due. I know we've been saying a lot this episode, but man, you never find someone like Brandon Graham ever again. At least not in a long time.
He's like the Reggie White. Like the Reggie White.
He's the
That's a modern day Reggie White,
He's the Minister Defense Junior.
right?
But
Other boy. Other
yeah,
boy.
yeah, exactly.
Other boy. Just
But-
kidding, Brandon. Just kidding, Brandon.
It's time
No,
to
no.
fast forward to week 13, I think, right? End of week 13, 9-2.
Time to play forward to the Baltimore Ravens Eagles. Better off. Okay. Keys to the game for the Eagles. What's your keys to the game?
First, I will declare Darius Slay is out Sunday. You will not see him playing. Huh?
Put that right.
Yeah.
Put that in.
I don't believe it.
Okay, I'll say it again.
Okay. Darius Slay is out Sunday.
Thank you.
So, and also Devontae Smith was seen practicing again this week for the second consecutive practice in a row. Honestly,
This is the game they need him. This is the game they need him.
I don't know. I think they showed last week. If they truly have to, they can rely solely on Saquon.
But no, you can't rely so on Saquon. You can't do that because
I think you
as soon
can.
as, if the game starts getting spread out, then you pull Saquon because that's what they want to save that man. You don't want to overwork him. You don't want to overwork him. Forget that. You know. But the same with Derrick Henry. You know. When Derrick Henry's a workhorse, you know what I mean? But he is older than Saquon.
He's older, and granted, at this point, you're going to see which side of the ball, which side of this, table that ended up better for the Eagles. Would they have been better with Derrick Henry, or would they obviously have been better with Saquon? Which obviously right now
I'm going
is
to go,
facing
and
this
that's not
way.
even a thought because he's younger. He's younger. And that's what they need.
He's younger.
Now, Derrick Henry, you can't take it away from the man. He's younger, or he is older, but
He's a beast.
he's still a beast. He is still a beast, but Saquon, I think Saquon's still quicker.
He is,
Move
but I
faster.
will say the difference is granted. I would say honestly they're both pretty solid running backs. The only difference is really his age, and
This game's identical. This game, two teams are identical.
They're
And I'm not sure.
yeah.
No. Well, the Baltimore Ravens defense isn't that good this year. I know that. That I will say. So the Eagles should have some success against the run, or with the run rather. I don't know how the defensive backs are, but you know what? You can't ever underestimate because the teams always get up. Teams always get up for this, and you know what I mean. It's a key game for Baltimore Ravens, but plus a game that Eagles want to stay winning because Lions won by the skin of their teeth, the Lions won by the skin of their teeth the other day, thanks to that horrible coaching from the coach that got fired from Chicago.
Also, Matt Esteblar, Fleur, whatever your name is, he got fired.
The former head coach of the Bears. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And you know what?
The loser.
They could have won that game. They would have won that game. They would have been able to kick the field goal at least because they had time left and he never called a timeout. What the heck's the matter with you? That's for I've never even in my life seen anything like that. You know, just let the clock run out. We're good. You know what I mean? What up? Anyway,
He thought the timeouts would carry on to the next game.
God. That's why you get 4 next week? Great. Ass. Anyway, ass clown. Anyway, so prediction. Give me your score. Give me your score.
No,
and break down.
I've been wrong every single goddamn week with the score.
But
but
don't guys figure it out.
I've been right with the number wise at least that they're in. So I've been saying 30s almost every week. So
Well, that's a kidney.
I'm gonna say-
How hard is that to figure out?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say it's gonna be. These two teams are pretty similar in a lot of ways.
This is identical teams except
I'm
for
gonna
defense.
say-
Except for defense.
I'm gonna say 30 to. I'd say 30 to 23, 24.
23-24. 23-24. Okay.
No, 30 to 23. Or
How many just said?
Or 24.
30 to 24.
Yeah.
8. Okay. I'm gonna go Eagles 32, Ravens 26.
I was gonna say 30-27.
32,
Come down to a
26,
last-minute field goal.
Eagles, but again, the Eagles' problem is they start off slow. Okay, you can't do that against Baltimore's offense. You can't start off slow. Okay, now let me ask you a question. In a game like this, with Baltimore's defense not being that great, not as good as the Eagles, I'm not going to say they're horrible, but I don't know their actual rank, but they're not great. I know that. Okay, I had them on fantasy football. That's how I know. Okay, anyway, so getting back. Who should get the ball? If the Eagles win the toss, should they get the ball first to key on that, to get down the field and keep Lamar Jackson off the field?
You know what I say? I say, regardless of who gets the ball, I definitely would say it doesn't matter personally, and I only say that because of how well that the Eagles have been, with regardless of the outcome of the coin toss. And there's a good side and bad side to that, but mostly they've been really well with, preventing score
in certain situations, in certain games, like the Ravens, who have a high-powered offense. You want to keep them off the field.
Yeah,
definitely. And that's why I say you go for. That's why you say you go for the ball first in this one. And you have to Saquon Barkley say you run the ball, waste the clock.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
So
I mean, listen, I'm not the head coach though, so what the hell do I know?
That's the breakdown of last week and this week's Eagles game.
That's our thing. Give us your predictions of what do you think the game's going to be. Post it up there.
Let's do this. We'll do a new segment. Let's do BirdsByaYard bet. So you make your predictions down in the comments below of what's going to happen. And if you're right, you'll get a shout out next week on the show. So give a prediction on how many yards you think Jalen's going to have. Or who's going to score.
I'll do the shout out next week.
Because you're such a...
I'm doing the shout out because I got camera. I'm camera happy. See, the camera loves me. Camera loves me. Hey. Anyway, yeah, but that's a good idea. Give us your prediction. Give it a breakdown. A small breakdown. What you think's going to happen.
Who's going to score a touchdown? Who's going to get an extra point?
How the game's going to end if it's a tight game.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll go with that.
So,
YouTube or Facebook.
Comments,
put your comments in there. We'd love to hear from it. Okay, getting on to another thing. Let's hear about the Sixers.
So
Sorry.
far, and guys, I wish there was more I could cover, but I think Joel Embiid is playing tomorrow.
What's the record
as far as I'm
right
concerned. Do you want to know?
Yeah, everyone wants to know if they're not lying. They don't know. 4 or 5 wins.
No.
6.
Less.
3.
Yeah. 3-14. They've won 1 game this week.
Wow, that's they no. That coach is not finishing the year. Sorry.
No,
he's not finishing the year. No way you can tell me that.
I've been saying it every week, but I'm going to continue to say it. It honestly looks like they're tanking the season to get Cooper Flag.
They're not tanking the season big time like that.
What do you mean they're not?
Halfway through the season, you do that. Halfway through the season, you do what you got to do. But I don't know if any owner don't want to tank the season. There's just so much turmoil right now. Everyone's fighting against each other because it's the front office that doesn't want Joel Embiid to play every game, so he's playing every other. And he hasn't played many games at all.
That whole thing.
He's just a factor as he is as a jersey seller.
But I will tell you this. Tyrese Maxey had a 40-point game earlier this week. And they still lost. So you're really missing that big piece that is Joel Embiid, the process. You are missing him a lot.
You can't trust the process when he's not playing.
And you don't know what... Look, I have no clue what's going on in the Sixers facility, and it's kind of ridiculous.
I gotta tell you. I mean, I love all the Philly sports teams, and I don't follow basketball as much as I would like to. But if I followed them like I follow football, I wouldn't be alive today. I can tell you right now. My head would have exploded.
That's why
my head would have exploded. Thank God I don't watch.
I do it the same time of year. Each year, I always get into it around
after football season.
Yeah, I always get into it pretty much around the time that. I mean, pretty much around playoffs, honestly. For being honest. But it's kind of ridiculous how bad they are. And
I've never in my life, I don't remember, if anyone's older than me and remember Sixers in the past, have you ever seen a Sixers team start out this bad? That's what I want to know. I want to know. I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, I can't even think about it.
Never mind, everybody. I was wrong. Joel Embiid is out again tomorrow versus the Pistons. Embiid will have played a total of 4 games out of the first 18 games of the season.
That's pretty sad.
So, and I'm
is he injured?
Left knee injury / management and also personal reasons is out for tomorrow's game.
He's not going to get out of it. He's not going to get traded.
He's not getting. I'll tell you right now, he's not going anywhere because they pay him too much.
I bet if he's not going to play, why you want to keep a player that doesn't play? All he is a jersey seller.
Dad,
all he is a jersey seller.
I'll tell you right now, the trade you would have to do in order to get rid of,
that's a hard sell.
Is a lot of fucking. That just has a lot of players leaving in order to bring in these players.
Well,
like for instance, this would never happen in the history of the NBA. But for instance, a trade like, I mean, he's not really playing at his level. But for instance, let's say Joel Embiid for LeBron, but you would need to give up. I'm gonna say Tyrese Maxey, probably Paul George.
But you know what? I'll say between the two, LeBron's not playing every other game. He's playing every game.
Yeah, he is playing every game.
So you got a guy that wants to. In that regard, I'm not, like I said, I was never a LeBron James fan, only because he calls himself the greatest ever. I can't stand that kind of thing, but that's just him. That's fine. That's what he does. And some people think he is the greatest. Some people don't. Whatever. But he plays more than Joel Embiid. So, hello.
He's better than Joel.
Well, he's more. He got more performance time than Joel Embiid. Let's just say that.
So Sixers player Gershon Yabusele scored a career high 22 points in a career high 43 minutes played in last night's action, and it was pretty great for the Sixers. But like I said, I don't want to see. I don't want to say this, guys, but other than that, there's not much going on with the Sixers.
I mean, what about the Flyers? You get to the Flyers.
The Flyers have had actually a lot better week than you'd expect. Because right now, Flyers have swapped. I don't know. Flyers have swapped. Luck with the fucking Sixers. Honestly, they've been on fire. They won last Saturday in overtime in a overtime shootout, and they also won. I want to say either yesterday or earlier this week in a shootout. If not today.
How's Miguel Richkoff doing? Mitchkoff.
He's doing a lot better. Ivan Fedotov is the first Philadelphia goalie to beat New York at the Wells Fargo Center since 2021.
Bandana's off. Woo! Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Nolan Patrick and Sam Maureen, first NFL with goal scorers.
NHL scorers.
NHL,
yeah, let's not get it screwed up here. What's the standings for the Flyers? Oh, let's see if the Flyers score. No, up a little bit.
Being in a playoff spot on Black Friday.
Can I scroll up a little bit so I see I want to see the record. 20. Wow.
Right now, Flyers are 11-10.
That's not horrible. They're above 500.
It's not great.
They're not above 500. Better than 314.
Yeah, better than the team that's sharing a fridge.
Listen. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's listening to me trash the Sixers. I'm not trashing them, but they're not doing.
No, we are because they're absolutely horrendous.
Well, no, but
we're the city of Philadelphia. If you do terrible, we'll let you know you suck.
We wear armor. We wear armor hard on our sleeves even when we're wearing sleeves. But anyway, Sixers got to come. They've got to get their stuff together. I don't think the coach is going to last all year. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, and if that happens, they're in a rebuild mode. Which it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. Okay, but
you're
not tanking the season.
Do you want to say hi? Go say hi.
Now say no more time.
Go.
We're talking to our dog Kaya. You can't see her, so she's too short. If the Connie were here, you'd be able to see him. Anyway,
he blocked the camera.
He would, yeah, pretty much.
Or knock it over. I mean,
anyway,
whichever you're lucky for.
So anyway, okay, quick, short wrestling news, anything happened in wrestling? I know you want to bring the news of wrestling.
So tomorrow, Survivor Series War Games is tomorrow in Vancouver, Canada. And it is OG Bloodline versus the New Bloodline, which is the team of Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk.
Gotta love CM Punk.
The original,
the cult of personality.
the original Paul Heyman guy. Just saying. But, and I will also mention that Jade Cargill is out for the foreseeable future with, I don't know, she got thrown onto a car, so she got written off until, I guess, after Mania. They're kind of trying to figure out what they're going to do with that. I don't know. But next week, the New Day is the celebration of 10 years in the WWE. But I will tell you,
they're going to break up.
It will be probably a breakup next week because there's been a lot of animosity between Kofi and Xavier Woods. It's kind of insane how much animosity there's been, but I mean, it's a long time coming, man. It sucks because they were a great tag team when I was growing up. They were great heel. They were a great heel tag team.
They were better. They were better with Big E, but he got hurt. He can't wrestle anymore.
He broke his neck, kind of like how Edge and then Daniel Bryan did. But the thing is about them, they were able to come back. Unfortunately, those.
I don't think he wants to come back.
No, I mean, well, he'll be back next week on Raw, so you'll really see if they break up then or not. So you'll see. But tonight there is a sit down with Roman Reigns and CM Punk, kind of discussing like, why are you helping me? What do you have to offer to the table? Blah blah blah. But I mean,
drama.
You only got one more day
Wrestling
till Survivor
opera
Series. You got one more day till Survivor Series, so you really can't choose on what you want to do.
Wrestling soap opera, but you don't want to try those stunts that they do at home, man.
But I will tell you, wrestling is a lot better than it's been in the recent years. It's on fire right now. But this is the last event in 2024 until the Royal Rumble in February. And that means as soon as January 1st comes, it is the farewell tour of John Cena. Because that will be his last year of wrestling.
And someone else too.
As a
someone
player.
Retiring too, wasn't
No, I think that's it, honestly.
Yeah, someone else was retiring. I don't remember what it is. But anyway, okay.
But that's pretty much, you got one more year of John Cena. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Let us know in the comments below. If you guys are into wrestling, great. If not, don't watch.
Follow along anyway.
But
humor us.
They will be going to Netflix January 6th, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I know two people that won't be on Netflix anymore. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Mike, with that stupid boxing match. That was a terrible acting on both parts.
It was funny. So,
but the point is, Netflix said you waste your time. So they're both suspended from Netflix. Could they get back? I don't know, but Don King may have something to do with that.
I'll tell you one thing. What I really think is going to happen.
Knock them over.
I'm waiting for the light to go down or the phone.
Our dog guy is on her power hour. She wants to play right now. Anyway,
because she has to be a part of the show.
Yeah, she's trying. She's trying her best. Anyway, glad you were saying.
Anyway, but I will tell you, a lot of good.
Okay.
There's a lot of good stuff going on in WWE right now, and you will be entertained, or you won't. You'll hate it.
If you watch it,
but
never.
I think sooner or later, I think Triple H will be stepping down as head of WWE, but I'm not sure how true that is. But there is supposed to be a return coming, or maybe even a heel turn. Thank God. But that is about it for this week's podcast. And
okay.
I will tell you this, that
Get away.
I will tell you this, guys. It has been a great podcast.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a great podcast.
Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, getting back Any questions or comments? Please post them on our YouTube or Facebook.
Or you can even DM us.
You can DM us, or you can go to birdsbyayard@gmail.com. You email us. We'll be right there.
Either leave it on our Facebook page, or DM us on Instagram, or leave it in the comments in any of the pictures or videos we post. If you guys got an idea for a segment in the future podcast, let us know. We'll also take those suggestions. And sooner or later, we will be doing fan mail at some point. We'll figure out how to get that started, but
birdsbyayard@gmail.com. Fan mail. Hello.
no, like stuff people can like actually send us, and like like drawings or letters, like shit.
Oh yeah, we'll get a post office box going on.
As we get bigger, we'll start a PO box for those who want to send us stuff or talk trash. If you're a fellow sports fan, let's say you're a Dallas fan, shouldn't be watching. But if you're a Dallas fan, welcome. I'm glad to see you're miserable. But enjoy McCarthy. I think he's great. I think.
You said Mike McCarthy might get an extension. You can't now.
Now this isn't confirmed, but I did read on a Dallas fan page that said Jerry Jones said, "I think Mike is a Super Bowl winning coach. I want to give him an extension after this year." So. That should really give
From
you
an Eagles standpoint, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think he's doing great, honestly. I mean, he's doing fine, personally. But, mind you, as I'm talking to you guys, I also have a dog staring at my foot right now for this damn ball. So, thank you for watching.
Appreciate you guys watching.
I want to say, this is the start of playoff season. The next month at this time, you'll know whether the Eagles have home field advantage.
Or at least one home game.
Whether they have...
Or at least one home game.
No. You'll know whether they have home field advantage, a first-round bye, or whether they won the East. And right now, it's looking good. But that is it, guys.
Steamrolling.
I want to say thank you for watching.
Thanks for everyone.
We'll see you next week.
We're ending it with the Yard of Beer again.
You see the slapped on coffee mugs and keychains at the airport.
You gotta go behind.
But few people really understand what brotherly love truly means.
God, it's cold. Wait a minute.
See, it's a tough love, a family love. And there are things we can say about each other nobody else is allowed to say. Why? Because we wear our hearts on our sleeves, even when we're not wearing sleeves. We are 44-6 and 4th and 26.
Thanks, everyone.
Miracles to be
Be safe tonight.
Sainthood.
Call a cab or Uber or Lyft if you need to. Be safe.
Really lay it on the line. We will make sure you never pick up a tab in this.
You gotta fight!
I need it.
See, when it comes to the birds, it's always we.